There's this fisherman who lives in a little beach town in Mexico, and every day he goes out in the ocean in a small sloop, catches a few small fish, no more than he needs. After fishing, he plays with his kids, takes a siesta with his wife, and in the evenings plays guitar with his friends. One day he's out in the ocean fishing, and another boat pulls up. Turns out it's the Stanford MBA. They get to talking. And Stanford says, if you were to catch a few more fish every day, you could sell them and use the money to buy a bigger boat and catch bigger fish. And then you could sell those and start to make some money. The fisherman thinks about it and says, what then? Stanford says if you worked hard and you saved, you could start to buy a small fleet of boats. You could hire people to fish for you. And then you'd make even more money. The fisherman asks, what then? Well, if you worked really hard, you got a little lucky, you could grow this budding fishing company. Eventually, you might have to move to Mexico City, and then one day, maybe even New York, the Big Apple, with a full-blown international fishing company. And then you'd have tons of money. The fisherman asks, what then? Then you could do whatever you want. Sell the company, get a little place by the beach, catch a few small fish every day, have plenty of time to play with your kids, take a siesta with your wife, and in the evenings, you can play guitar with your friends. I love that story. It circulated different venues, but I heard it from a great philosophy teacher. And I share it now because many students are hearing back from colleges and getting rejected or waitlisted and having a reaction like this one. All my hard work in high school for nothing. Now, I think you can hear that story and have that exact reaction. Why keep striving to jump over higher and higher hurdles? I spent all this time studying for exams, earning grades, playing sports, and for what? I should have enjoyed high school more instead of trying so hard. I think that's a good exercise in self-reflection. You should pause and take a hard look at what you want and why. But I also think that story says you didn't work hard in high school for nothing. Because if the fisherman builds that business, and he will fail and get rejected along the way, when he comes back to the beach, he's in the same place, but he is not the same person. Those Saturday mornings that you studied for exams, that made you more disciplined. Those homework problems you solved, that made you a better thinker. All those hours competing on sports fields, that made you resilient. All that hard work wasn't for nothing. Because even if you don't get into a college that's your top choice, you are a more interesting, dynamic, skilled person for making the effort.